Good morning and welcome to Living Local 15. Thank you so much for joining me today. First up, I am taking you inside of Stucky's Furniture and Appliance. They are celebrating 110 years in this community, and they have some special sales. Then the Goodwill Industries join me to share about their Oktoberfest event taking place on October 25th. Then the Hoosier Lottery is here, celebrating 35 years. So many celebrations, let's have some fun.
Fashion, food, and fun. You're watching Living Local 15 with your host, Jessica Williams.
This segment sponsored by Stucky's Furniture and Appliance. I am here at Stucky's Furniture and Appliance. They are celebrating 110 years in this community. They really focus on creating tremendous buying power so that you can get the best prices. From kitchens to mattresses, furniture, and so much more, I'm taking you on the inside. Let's do it. I'm now joined by Lynn, their general manager and buyer, and Tammy, their buyer. Hello, good morning, ladies.
Good morning.
How are you?
Good.
Thank you.
Good. Well, happy 110 years.
Yes.
What an exciting time.
It is. It truly is.
We're excited.
Yes. Okay, so let's start off with you, Lynn. Can you give us an overview of Stucky's and just really how important this 110th celebration is?
Yes. Stucky's has been in the Fort Wayne area 110 years, which is why we're celebrating today. The location we're in right now is our third location in town. I think we've been here since the late 70s. Recently, we just did a big store renovation, primarily on the appliance side, and Stucky's introduced a much wider line of furniture and mattress the end of 21.
Okay.
So, we are a store that has high-end, moderately priced, everything in between. But I think we've been here for so long because of our service, and when people come in, they feel welcome. This is not a big box store where it's all about price. It's more about the people and the service that we bring. So that's who we are.
Yes, and you have some really cute items here.
Thank you.
I love innovation and modern,
Yes.
up-to-date things. I'm like, ooh,
Yeah.
ooh.
Fun.
Right.
Fun.
And it's a beautiful showroom. It
Thank
really
you.
is. So Tammy, you have been here since 1976 as an
Yes, she
employee.
has.
Wow.
Yes.
Like, I feel like you just need a round of applause right
I
there.
think she does.
Thank you.
Yes, so that longevity is always so impressive to me. So what kept you around so long?
Well, I started downtown on Washington Street, which is now a parking garage. Did a lot of, in high school, I was going to study shorthand, and I ended up studying appliances. I guess I could look at it that way.
Right.
But they are good people here. They treat the public fairly. We've always been competitive with our pricing, but I push and will always push. Our brand is Stucky's. I mean, we take care of our people. They also take care of their employees. So I was blessed to be here, went to college, worked my way up to the buyer of the company. So all I can say is they give you the shirt off their back, So we just want to take care of the people here in Fort Wayne. That's what allows us to do that.
Well, I'm sure you get to do that ongoing. I mean, I'm curious, over your 48 years of working here, I'm sure you've seen people in different iterations of their lives coming in and buying furniture, maybe for their first apartment, then first home for their family.
Yes.
How has that experience been?
We still do. I like to say I was taught by the best, by the way, I got to say that. A lot of them retired. So I'm helping people's kids and their kids. So I've gotten to know a lot of people in Fort Wayne. The technology is definitely stepped up. People are using their telephones. They want to be able to diagnose their appliance with their phone, which is fine, but we take pride in having a first-class service department to take care of the customers. So we're here when you call. someone is on call to take whatever information we need to take care of the customer.
And you'll have a really great delivery and installation program.
And happy to say that we're all in-house. We have our own service department. We have our own delivery team. Our sales team is out here, and we train everyone. We take pride in that as well. So, and then a great office support. Customer, we're their advocate. So we like to make sure that they're getting treated fairly with the vendor. So we're here, we're their voice.
Yeah, that is so awesome. And so Lynn, you had mentioned before that you all recently, well, kind of in the last few decades or years, introduced the furniture and mattress side.
Yes.
So tell me about that rollout. When did you introduce it, and what has that experience been since you were the buyer?
Right. So Stucky's did have a small mattress selection before we brought in furniture and mattress to a broader scope, I guess, and that was the end of 21.
Okay.
So that was a challenging time because we were still experiencing the COVID supply chain issues going on at the time. So we kind of grabbed what we could, but we broadened the mattress selection. We do carry a wide variety of Serta brand mattresses, and we are going to bring a couple of Beauty Rest Black in at the end of this year. So much broader variety of mattresses, and then we brought in a lot of upholstery. We have Flex Steel brand, which a lot of people are aware of, dining, occasional tables, so a much bigger scope. And of course, what we have here is just a small selection of what we can get. We can get any of those products from a variety of vendors. And we're also working towards being transactional on our website so that people, you can go on our websites and shop very easily right now, but you can't load a cart. So we're working towards that and excited to bring that on probably in 25.
Yeah, well, let's talk about that user experience a bit, because I know that people love to shop online, and that is great, but there's nothing like coming into a showroom, right?
Absolutely. We want the website to be the enticement to bring people in. They say 90% of people are shopping on their phones before they come into a brick and mortar establishment. So the website has to be a reflection, but you are never going to get the same experience as you do coming in a store, particularly for furniture and mattress. I know the younger generations like the quick and online, but you really want to sit on something that you're going to be enjoying in your living room for years, or laying on a mattress that you're going to be sleeping on for the next 8 to 10 years. So you cannot beat coming into the store, and we always want to encourage that, plus the one-on-one. I mean, that is what sets us apart. Until you're here, you don't really fully appreciate that. So we definitely want people to come into the store to shop, for sure.
And seeing smiling faces to answer questions, and I'm looking at the recliner. There's nothing more fun than sitting down in a few recliners to see how it fits, and you can actually see the dimensions better to make that estimation. Can this fit in this area of my home and not?
Yeah, and that is something often when people are shopping for furniture, they might have a visual, but they never think about measuring in their home before they come in. So that's the advantage of talking to a salesperson, is mentioning those things that you don't think of. You don't buy furniture once a week like you do food, right? This is something that's every few years typically. So again, a big encouragement for people to come in and shop and protect you against those things you might not consider otherwise.
Exactly. And so with you all celebrating the big 110 years, I know today we are here and you have a big celebration going on. So tell me, what will you all be featuring today?
Well, we're actually going to have the proclamation read here in the next hour or so to the city. That's kind of exciting. We do have some specials going on through the whole month. And great drawings. We're giving away a kitchen.
Like a 4-piece kitchen.
4-piece kitchen.
By GE, right?
Yes. We've got furniture.
We've got a mattress and a recliner. The KitchenAid mixer.
And a freezer.
So,
we'll have that drawing the end of the month. But you can come in and play some games to win some gifts as well.
So we are enticing people, and you don't have to buy to enter to win. If you come in, you can enter to win. If you play a game, if you invoice, there's different ways you can get multiple entries in. That 4-piece kitchen is a fantastic giveaway. So
yes, we have everything on display. here for people to look at, and hopefully this will entice some people to come in.
Yeah, it sounds good. As we hear the doorbells ringing, people are coming in.
Yes.
So it's going to be such an exciting day here at Stucky's. So thank you both so much for sharing about the history. And congratulations on 110 years and almost 50 years.
Yeah.
Oh my
A
goodness,
couple of years
yes.
for you. That's amazing.
It
That's my
is.
goal. That's my goal.
Yes,
All
thank
right,
you, ladies.
Thank you.
And if you would like more information about Stucky's Furniture and Appliance, we'll have their website listed below, and I'll see you after the break. This segment sponsored by Stucky's Furniture and Appliance.
Have an idea for the show? Want to find out how you can be a guest? Contact us at livinglocal15@wayne.com.
This segment sponsored by Goodwill Industries of Northeast Indiana. You can dive into the rich flavors of authentic German cuisine at the Oktoberfest, taking place on October 25th, presented by Goodwill Industries. And joining me today is Kevin Morse, who is the president and CEO of Goodwill. Good morning, Kevin.
Good morning.
How's it
Thank you for
going?
having me. It's going great.
Good. Okay, so we are in October.
Yes, we are.
And what better way to celebrate than come together for a festival?
Yes.
And this is a really big deal, right? Because this is a fundraiser for the Goodwill.
It is. Goodwill Industries of Northeast Indiana. You know, people think of us about the stores. We have 8 stores here in the northeast corner of the state, and that funds a part of our program for the employment services we provide. But these fundraisers help us to fill the gap between what we bring in through our stores and what we need to run our programs. This year, the fundraiser is specifically aimed at our pre-employment transition services. We call it PREETS. We work in 14 high schools and 5 colleges with students who have individual education plans that have some type of disability that need extra help getting ready for the workforce.
Okay.
Ages 14 to 22 is where we target it. And that's an extensive program that is growing. It is partially state funded, but we have to have these extra funds to make sure that we can bring the quality program to the students involved.
Yeah, so tell me more about this program. It sounds so fascinating. So you say it's at all of those levels, and how does it tangibly impact the students?
So you look at a student who's on one of those plans, they're identified as having a learning disability or a cognitive or physical disability that will have a negative impact on their employability when they get out of school. So these students are involved in our program either one-on-one or in groups with our teaching staff. We literally take over for the teachers in the high school and the college level for this part of the program. And we teach those skills that you and I would take for granted, things that we were taught when we were in high school, and we give them the extra time they need. So whether it's working on just having a conversation, how to do an interview, what basic work skills are, we take them out and let them do job experimentation. They go out and work in our stores or go to another employer and try things out. Just to give them that extra, heads up. When they get to 22, that's the maximum age for them to be in the high school program. If they go on to college, we can continue services there, or we can transfer them to an employment services program where our staff actually helps them find work in the community.
That's so great, and that makes me think about when I was able to visit your store last year and just learning more. There's so many entities of the Goodwill that you all help in the community, more than people even imagine, because of course they know it as your storefront. They can go in and shop, but learning about how you recycle and going behind the scenes really was really fascinating. And so with your event that's coming up, let's talk about that. So that's taking place on October 25th, and what can people really expect from this event?
Well, the name or the theme this year is Beer, Brats, and Polka.
Okay.
It's going to be held at the Don Wolf Center at Do It Best at Electric Works. Chapman's Brewing Company is actually providing our food and our beverages for the evening, and it is just going to be an old-fashioned German Oktoberfest. Yes, I'll be in lederhosen. My wife talked me into it. I'm not afraid to put on a crazy costume once in a while. But it's just a night to come together. It's from 6 to 9 p.m. that evening, and it's a chance to sit and have some fun and eat, learn more about our programs. We'll have videos to show. We'll have guest speakers. Dan Austin from K105 will be my MC again this year. And just a chance to visit, find out what we're doing, and raise some funds for that program.
Yeah, so where is this taking place?
It'll be at the Electric Works right off of Dynamo Alley, parking in the garage or over in the parking lot by Amp Lab. And right there in Dynamo Alley, you find this big, huge entrance to Do It Best.
Yes.
You'll come in that way into the big room. It's actually viewable from there. We'll have folks to guide people in. The nice thing is Chapman's is right across Dynamo Alley, so everything is fresh and hot. Scott and his staff are putting together a great menu for the night, so it should be a lot of fun.
Okay, now you mentioned some polka dancing. Okay, so will you be out there?
No. I'm going to make them keep the polka music in the background.
Okay.
You do not want to see me dance. It's not fun.
That is great. Oh my goodness. Well, we always love a theme, so that sounds like it's going to be a lot of fun and a really great venue. And just mentioning the fact that it is an inside event. Okay,
Yes.
so of course we don't know how the weather is going to drop on us.
We looked at
couple
that
of
last year at Promenade Park, and then another organization that I'm on the board of directors for, they held an event there and it poured. It's like, we don't want to take that chance. We want it to be a nice, comfortable space for folks to come. We will have a silent auction. We'll also have a live auction. Lots of great items this year. A lot of good things to take home and a lot of ways to fund us.
That is awesome. And so how do people get tickets for this event?
You can go to our website, which is fwgoodwill.org, and there's a floating thing at the top. You click on that, it takes you right to the page. Give Butter is our provider for that.
Okay.
It'll guide you through the process. You can buy tickets there, you can do a donation, and hopefully about a week before the event, we will have the auction items up on that site as well, so you can
Oh.
preview and see exactly what we're going to have that
Oh,
night.
that's so good, because walking around for the silent auction, everything it's exciting, but it's like, ooh, what do you want to bid on?
Exactly.
So that's nice. You can get a little
Give
preview.
you a chance to peek at it before it actually starts.
Yes, awesome. Well, this sounds like a great event. I think people should just come to see you in that outfit.
I'm afraid there'll be lots of pictures
Yeah.
that'll haunt me forever. So.
Well, I love it. Well, thank you so much, Kevin, for coming
Thank you.
in and telling me about your event. And if you would like more information about Oktoberfest, remember it is taking place on October 25th, presented by the Goodwill, and we will actually have their website listed below so you can get your tickets, and I'll see you after the break. This segment sponsored by Goodwill Industries of Northeast Indiana.
Follow us on social media at Living Local 15.
This segment sponsored by the Hoosier Lottery. This year, the Hoosier Lottery is celebrating an exciting anniversary. And here to tell us all about what to expect over the next 12 months is our friend Sarah Taylor, the Executive Director of the Hoosier Lottery. Welcome, Sarah.
Hello, and thank you so much for having me. It's so good to see you.
Yes, well, happy anniversary. How incredible, 35 years.
It's hard to believe.
Right. Exactly. And I would love for you to tell me more about what you're celebrating.
Happy to. First, I'll give just a little bit of history. Following that statewide referendum in 1988, the General Assembly created the Hoosier Lottery, and we sold our first tickets beginning on October 13th, 1989. So we're proud to celebrate 35 years of championing Hoosier dreams.
Wow, that's really cool. That history and just being able to reflect on it right now, that's pretty amazing. So what kind of special ways do you plan to celebrate this year?
Oh, we're excited about this coming year. We'll be holding some special promotions to celebrate. Players that are 18 years and older will enter for a chance to win various prize packs, including Colts, Pacers, or Indiana Fever tickets, VIP concert tickets, specially branded Hoosier Lottery gear, and Hoosier Lottery scratch-offs, and of course, cash.
Everyone loves cash, so that sounds amazing. And so how can players enter?
Well, we'll hold some of the promotions on social media, so they need to follow us on Instagram, Facebook, and X. We'll also hold promotions at various retailers around the state. next year's Indiana State Fair, and our website. So please visit HoosierLottery.com for more details.
Okay, perfect. That sounds great. And it's always fun to win with the Hoosier Lottery, right? I mean, that's the best place to go.
It is, and we love celebrating winners. In fact, since 1989, more than 800 people have become millionaires by winning our Hoosier Lottery prizes.
Oh, wow, that's a big number. Okay, so while we are always love to hear about the big winners, the Hoosier Lottery also gives back to the state of Indiana, which is so incredible. So can you tell me more about that initiative?
Yes, and thank you for pointing it out. Absolutely. We are so proud that the last 35 years we've contributed more than $7.4 billion to good causes in Indiana, including the Teachers Retirement Fund, the local police and firefighter pensions, and the Lottery Surplus Fund. Hoosier Lottery retailers also receive a commission for each ticket they sell or redeem. And last year, Hoosier Lottery retailers earned more than $118 million in commissions, which helps retailers invest in their business, their employees, and their local communities.
Oh, that's so amazing. Well, again, happy 35th anniversary to the Hoosier Lottery and to our friend, Sarah Taylor. Thank you so much for joining me today.
And thank you so much for having me. We do remind Hoosiers that you must be 18 and older to play. Keep their play positive by setting a limit, knowing the game, and keeping it fun.
Absolutely. Thank you, Sarah.
Thank you.
And if you would like more information about the Hoosier Lottery, we'll have their website listed below, and I'll see you after the break. This segment sponsored by the Hoosier Lottery.
Living Local 15, proudly driven by the Kelly Automotive Group. Go to the Living Local 15 page on WANE.com for recipes from the show, to watch a segment again, and to get information on products and services featured on Living Local 15. Content segments during today's Living Local 15 were paid for by these sponsors.